Now we're back to HTML canvas. Let's talk about radial gradients. I still have my rectangle object right here. Gradient is connected, but we don't want to have a linear, we want to have a radial gradient. So what we use is a create radial gradient method. It looks like this. Let me just copy paste placeholders. So it's usually 6 values. We have X and Y, start and end. And R is for the radius, so we have a start and an end circle. This position should be the easiest to understand. X0 and Y0 is the start, in this case top left. So I make it 10, 10. Radius are set to 5 and 100. And the end, X1, Y1 are set it to 10, 10 as well. So we'll start here with our circle at the top left of our rectangle. Now let us move it to the center, which is 10 plus 150 divided by 2 is 80, and 10 plus 100 divided by 2 is 55. And you can see the smaller circle has now moved to the center, but the bigger one has stayed, and this is X1, Y1. Let me put it to 80, 55 as well. And now our entire radius, so the entire radial gradient, is inside of the rectangle. If you put these values outside of your rectangle, you're going to screw up this entire gradient. So make sure that you start with the center position for each, so the 0 and the 1 positions, and from then on only adjust it slightly. Let me make it, for example, 100, and you can see the smaller circle moves to the right. If I make X1 100, the bigger one, the one on the outside, will move to the right. Our rectangle feathers a little bit out on the left now. I put it back in center, so this one could be seen as the inner circle, or the start circle of our radial gradient, and the one X1, Y1 would be the outer circle, or the outer gradient. Now let's talk about the radius, start and end. If I make this 50, the start position will get pushed to the outside. So we have a 100% green fill in the center, and only at 50% of the radial gradient it starts actually becoming a gradient where green turns gradually to white. The other gradient is for the outer circle, so if I make this 50, this is going to shrink. Here we have our color stops. You can change that just like with linear gradients. So I'll make them red and green, and it looks like this now. You can adjust the positions and add more color stops if you want to. So let me make it red, green, red, or 0, 50, and 100%. And now if I move these inner and outer circles, it becomes even more obvious what that is. And this is how you can create a radial gradient using HTML canvas. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.